Hello, so this time we have a two handicap game played on IGS between 11Q and 13Q, and also white is having reverse Komi, so black got 5 points and a half, but white managed to kill big in the middle this group, so in the end white won by almost 50 points. That's a really convincing win, so let's check it out. Usually when playing two handicap or three handicap, or in general when playing a handicap game, it's better for white to start with a Komoku or a 5-3 instead of Hoshi, because the Josekis involving Hoshi are much more simple and easy for your opponent to fight. I mean, when playing a wait, when playing a move like this, the Josekis can be a little more confusing. For example, white can start with a Hoshi and then we can have this kind of fight. So it's much easier to confuse the weaker opponent by playing a Komoku instead of a Hoshi. Playing Hoshi, black can simply approach and then slide and go back. But first of all, black can take the empty corner, which he did. So things are quite simple so far. Now white plays an inside approach, that's fine. Of course, white can play any other corner attack. Outside approach is good too. And black just plays away, he's quite aggressive. But black should finish the Joseki here at J17. And then even if white plays a double approach, black can think about ways to go out either with Kosumi or attach one way or the other. But playing here, well, this kick is generally questionable when white can extend for an ideal base. But the thing is, if black comes back to protect the corner and white extends, black also has time to fix his top left Joseki. So if white wants to punish that right away, white can think about the h17 pincer. Now, if black plays away and goes for a tiger mount on the right side, white plays another move and surrounds the top left, which can be quite deadly for black. But if black comes out once, then white can turn to the right side and finish the Joseki here as well. It's already a good exchange to play h17 and force black go out, so this will punish black not finishing the Joseki earlier. And then of course white can again extend on the right side, or even think about an extension in the top to make a base, because there's two stones on the right side, they can still run out, so it's not such a big deal if black takes away the extension. But anyway, black played a loose move to defend the top, and this actually leaves more Aji in the corner, so later on white can invade R17 or Q17 or attach and try a combination, but for now it's good to extend. And in this case it would be better to extend on the third line, because black already has a stone at Q4. So when extending on the fourth line and black approaches here, then it feels like black needs another move, going down or double up. And this way we'll end up with two moves instead of one. So it's better to play the third line, and then when black comes here, white doesn't have to worry for now. White is not going to double up like this, or maybe later just a one space jump to make a flexible shape, but for now white can just play away. So black approached the right side, but it's still more important for him to finish the Joseki in the top. Even if white approaches here, which feels quite nice for Q10, black has to protect calm and later think about an invasion on the right side. That right side looks like a very big and powerful moyo for white, but later on, let's say we have this kind of follow-ups and then some sun invasion here, which will end in center for black. So black can think about this move to invade or R8. If playing here and white simply protects, black can link under. If white tries to resist a little bit in the fight, black can jump first and then play the extension under to set up a base. So let's just imagine this happens. and black can make a base and settle the group inside. So even if that moyo looks very scary at first, black can still find ways to invade it. So black played r7 to limit white's expansion on the right side, but he left the top pretty thin, which means white can pincer here or try something to punish the top. For example, this follow-up, because this way black ends up over concentrated. Well, black can also block this way, but it's the same thing. So his n16 extension, it's a little bit too close to his own thick formation. This is a big point too, and actually if you look all over the board, white can also split k3 or approach o3 and then extend back to l3. But for white it's still interesting to play the pincer at h17, because this either forces black jump out to rescue his stones and then white makes a base, or black can think about the Kosumitsuke. This is a better tactic for black to seek for I shape, because when white extends for a base, black can hane, atari and turn in the corner, and now he's got the tiger mouth formation, which is a pretty resilient I shape for the top left group. So I decided to play away on the left side, which is one of the most open sides at this stage, but so is k3, a very important point to split black's bottom area. So playing here, black can defend f4, then white extends back to d10 or d9, and then black can extend k3. So if you look all over the board, on the bottom side, black is doing well. He's got a very nice formation. All these stones, they connect pretty well. But black decided to pincer. So white's options here are to locally invade the corner and leave like this. This is a classic Joseki. Another option would be to play a double approach, and when black simply attaches on the left side, white can discard those stones in order to leave in the corner towards the bottom area, and later on go down and atari once. So these forcey moves will help white prevent an eventual big center for black in that area, and then let's say approach from this side, so black is not going to build too much on the left. And another option is to jump and then either counter pincer or put pressure with a shoulder hit in order to set up a wall. And this can be quite severe. I mean, well, black can leave on the left, but then again white can attack very severe the top side. So back to the original game. Here white should think about sun invasion, jump out and put pressure or counter pincer, or double approach. These are the three options to consider locally. So white decided to play a counter attack right away. In this case, black should just cover or play K Mashimari in the corner. If cover, for example, and white is trying to live in the corner like this, black can allow that happen and then extend to the middle of the side to set up a nice moya on the bottom area. Well, going out like that, white can also jump between the groups, or now invade San, which happened in the actual game. In this case, black should block the other way to go for the outside and like this trade. So take the mark stone and give up the corner but keep Sente, and then also have time to protect the top. So black blocked this way, and this attach actually leaves cutting points, so should play solid. Then white will either double up or Kosumi, and in this case black already got the stone at e8, so can switch to the bottom side and go for the moyo with this middle side extension. But playing like this, white can wedge to create two cutting points, and in this case black finish Gote, and white is already live in the corner, so white should take the middle of the I mean invade the bottom side. If black attacks here, white can extend to space jump towards the right. If black attacks from this side, white can extend to space jump towards the left. And now the wall is losing more potential. Also, black has a cutting point to worry about here. So black might play this kind of move or this kind of move. In this case, playing e2, it's a nice way to protect against the cut because of the follow-up at c2. So white will probably bump here, also play a Kosumi, I mean a peep, in order to look for a cutting point here and reinforce his group. But the point is, white should take center in order to invade this corner, because black has a q4 and a double wing formation. So this is quite urgent, oops, for white to live in the corner. And then black should play another move to stay safe, because white is quite strong on the outside. And this way black ends up a little bit over concentrated with his outside influence. Then white again can punish the top. So on the left side, this can be center. And then black can invade, but black right now is busy to protect his group. So back to the original game. Instead of playing Hane, white should really consider k3, because the group on the left side, it's already strong enough. And if white needs to expand his eye space even more, the bump here would be a nice option. But nothing to worry about for now. So on the Hane, black played the empty triangle. This is wrong, black can just block. And now when white connects, black defends, so the shape is much better. If white cuts first, black can resist, and then when white connects, black will take a Ponuki. When white goes out, black can capture the cornerstone. So again, black is fine, safe and connected. Playing like that, it's a bit heavy and painful. And white can push once again, because next white can play Atari, so black will extend again and then jump in the middle of the side. And this time L3, because it still creates Miai points left and right. So when black attacks here, white extends like this, black will probably separate, and then it still works to invade Sansan. And if black attacks from here, white will extend this way, and now black will probably double up because he already got R7 in place. But in this case, white is center, so time to punish the top. Now, black turn and white protect it. Saving that stone is not so important now. It's better to play the bump. Black goes up, so white is already alive in the corner, then approach the corner and also extend the other way. Because now if black captures one stone, the corner is still alive. So white again can play a big point. If black tries to kill this way, white can Hane first, go down, and then descend. Or just descend and it's alive anyway, because of this. So luckily white can leave, but then he loses a few points on the left side. But overall it's still nice for white, because black's wall, it's really meaningless facing the bottom group. So connecting here, it's more like an endgame move, it's not really necessary yet. For black to extend from the wall, he can go all the way to j3, because the wall is considered to be a pretty strong formation, and this way black puts more pressure on L3. Then when L3 comes here, black can even attack more severe with P2, but then white can jump out in order to leave the Aji in the corner for a later invasion. So let's see the actual game. The tight extension from the wall. Another way for black would be to attack from this direction and then double up in order to build the corner with a double wing formation, but this feels a little bit heavy. So maybe it was a good decision to extend from the wall and save some face for that wall, but still, this feels over concentrated, it's too close to his own thickness. So white is happy to make the base, then go up, very good. Going up here allows a reduction at q5 and r3. So normally black should double up r5 to secure the corner. But finally he went back to protect the top, and it's still better to play j17. The formation looks much nicer like this, and then go up. So this way white has an invasion in the top. Actually white has several invasion points, like the top right corner, Sun, Tsuke here, and then go down and connect under. Also I can think about moves at L16, for example, because if black cuts, it's easy to leave under. So white can take away all that territory in the top. That's really painful for black. Playing here, it's also good. So white jumps in the heart of those of that moyo. If black covers on top, white can push to the left, then attach, connect solid, and slide, and it's enough eye space, or just jump. This will be life in center, then black has a wall, but it's really difficult to use that kind of wall. For example, white can jump here, and then the wall, it's kind of meaningless, so it's difficult for black to compensate. Now black played the kick. That's interesting. In fact, he should double up, because like this he can keep the corner. Then white jumps out, black will secure again, and white has to go out again, either Kosumi like this or Kosumi like this. Now the reason to play Kosumi instead of a one space jump here is to prevent the cut like this. If this cut happens, and it's usually rare to try to cut the Iken Tobi, but sometimes it works, because black is strong on both sides, so this can happen. And if white goes down, black can cut up. So playing the Kosumi, for example this one, when black tries to cut between the Iken Tobi, white can Atari and then connect. So now there is no more cut. So let's see how the Kosumi Tsuke work. White went out, very good. Then black secures the corner. And actually here, there is still Aji around 017. But for now, white should jump out. That's a good decision, because white can also attack very severe at h17. So black should actually go down here in order to stay alive. But then he still has a problem in the top, so he needs this move. And overall, it's not so good for black's base. Black simply played away. But right now, he's still in trouble in the top, so he needs at least this kind of move to secure the base. Now, instead of jumping out, white can also think about attach and hane under. So when black captures one stone, white can take the other one. But this feels like black managed to leave too easy. And another way would be just Keima. And then if black protects, white can push, then peep, and then simply go down, because this threatens an invasion in the top and also fix white's group, and then come out. And then black has to fix his top group also, somehow. So let's see the actual game. Black switch to the bottom. Keima here is fine, but white can push once, then turn, and the position is already strong enough. So now it works to invade this way. Because when black goes down, white can hane, then push out, and then cover and surround the two stones in the corner. This would be a pretty nice result for white. So white play the Keima, then black can push once to keep center, and again go back and fix the top side. Now playing this Keima doesn't really affect white's group much, so this Sun invasion is fine, but it can be a little bit dangerous if black resisted p2. White can think about the attach, and then the Sun invasion, and then connect under. This is a good way to punish black's formation. So this worked pretty much the same. and now white is center. So white again should consider some ways to punish black in the top. This would be good too, because white can play a hanging connection, and now the threat is to cut here or to jump and remove the base in the top. So when black protects the top, white will cut and then make a nice life in the top. And if black protects around here, like Atari, and then connect or cover, then white can just take away the base like this. In fact, white can even play more aggressive, like Hane and cover, because when black plays Atari, white extracts the stone and connects under, and now black is about to collapse. So black played a forcey move here, white played a peep in center, but this move is no need, because making some influence in this area will face m5, so it's not going to work very effective. It's better for white to think about blocking territory like this, or jump in the middle. For example, black is trying to make this influence work like that, so it's interesting for white to reduce the space coming from the center. I mean, to reduce that thickness. Pushing from behind here, it just helps black take territory on the right side. And now the block leaves some cutting points. Black can push and cut. And no B. Then he has a pretty good fight in the middle. But again, let's say black just jumps. So for white, all these stones, all this investment here, it's pretty much meaningless, and black can get this area. So now black plays the turn on the bottom on the second line, which is an endgame move, not so urgent, and white can actually ignore and go for the top attack again. Because if black jumps inside here, white can cover, and it's not such a big loss. These jumps feels good to increase the middle, but so it's white's move to reduce it. Well played on this line, because this feels like being the sector line. So it's good to add a move there and reduce the territory, I mean the potential. Now black is trying some fighting spirit, but he went back instead of going ahead. Anyway, even if he gets ahead here, black should still worry about his top group. This one is no need. Well, right now white is center, and his stone in the middle is pretty much in danger, so it's time to go out. If black plays the Hane and pulls back, white can still keep connected, so it's not a big deal. Playing here, black can Hane in center and then try to surround this stone. So this way black can push the weak stone into the wall. So jump. Now against this jump, white can peep first to make black heavy and then go out even faster. But well, the two-space jump, it's a good move. Finally, black protects that area. Blocking at c18, it's not so urgent now. It's a big point in general, but right now it's more interesting to play k18 to separate the top. And from k18, white can think about h18, so black will play another move, and then it's better to invade here. If black goes down, white goes up and escapes, and if black comes on covers to stay connected, white will just connect. So that will reduce a lot of the top side, and it still has a good follow-up, like Hane and everything is center here. So in the end, white manages some points there and reduces a lot of black's potential. So this block, it's a nice endgame move, but it can wait a little bit. Right now, black can link under. Also playing in the middle, it's pretty good for black, but he can try a more aggressive approach like Tsuke and then hane. And this way, cut some stones and try to build a center. So black played the peep, which connects white, and this move is also threatening a push and cut, but white connects again. Well, black is happy enough to reinforce this area, and now peep and block. Connecting here is good too, and then jump out. But black should find a way to separate white stones here actually. It's interesting to see how many stones black plays here to fix his eye shape, and later on this group will die. Quite a surprise. That's a nice move, it's a vital point threatening to hane d9 and cut. So black should actually pull back here. Now hane and capture, that's good. It's also okay to take right away, so black doesn't play another forcing move from the top. Okay, black jumps, white jumps, everything is connected. This block is not really needed, it feels like a 2 points move, or maybe more like 1. So there are bigger moves out there. Well, connecting under, it's always an option. Then clamp here, or peep once, and then connect. So this block is really too small. Jump again is good. Trying to separate these groups in the middle would be good to start this way. But even if white separates, black can still leave. It's still a shock that the group died in the center later on. Yeah, here black should just connect. He was a little bit too optimistic, I guess, about that position. This is also small. Normally, you gotta block like this. Playing here, white will push and then black has to block. Actually, the key point, it's O17. Because when black goes down, white goes up and just connects to the right, and then black needs to do something with his corner too. Playing like this, black can cover and then even block and fight a little bit. While playing this way, white can go out soon, and he just did. It's better to play Atari on the second line and then connect, because like this, white is connected, and also this way, and then black needs another move to stay connected in the top. So playing here, black managed to connect under, and this empty triangle is no need. The wedge is better. The wedge is threatening to cut here and capture 4 stones. So black needs to connect this way, and then white can play another wedge to create more cutting points. And leave the position like this. If black captures a stone, then white has Atari and hane on the first line and Atari again. So it destroys lots of points in center. Playing just here, black can add another move, and now everything is safe. Instead of connecting here, it's better for black to go K17 to make extra points, because now he's all safe. But that was a little more conservative. Now this is a pretty big point, but got it for now. Then a few extra points in the middle, that's fine. Now we slowly approach the part where black collapse. Black should actually hane and connect here to keep his eye shape. Even if white blocks, it's not a big problem. White should be able, black should be able to keep enough eye space to create 2 eyes here. So black protected here for 1 point. Then bamboo connection. Actually here, white can already play this one, and when black pushes, white can still keep everything separated. So far it looks like black is still alive. Playing here, it's an option to secure the eye shape, but there's a lot of space already. Oh, and this was the fatal mistake. Black should keep the eyes separated, so there's an eye here, and an eye here, and an eye here. Now playing like that, white can go down and take away those eyes. So it's only one big eye. And now the group actually died in Gote. Ah well, it's safe for white to play here, but there is only one eye. So this is how black is actually losing big. And later on, white missed an opportunity to catch a few more stones. This move is no need. Anyway, even if black plays there, so let's say we play here and black plays here, and when the group is surrounded, even if the group is not surrounded, like all the neutral points being filled locally, it's space only for one eye. I mean, if black plays everything inside to capture the two stones, that will result in one eye. It's not going to be secure or anything like that. So what I'm trying to say is that if black plays a, so let's say we play here and black plays a move like that, and we have all the neutral points filled, like that, white can still form a shape that black has to capture and results into one eye. So white can play here, then white can play this one, and then black needs to capture and white plays inside. So this formation is still dead. Therefore, white doesn't have to play another move to prove black that he's dead, because he's already dead. And here it's better to play R12. Because playing this one, black can still clamp and then connect under. But when playing the hanging connection, black can only go here, here, and then play this kind of endgame moves. So white saves the points around S11. So we have the push, Atari, block. Actually, block works directly like that. Black is trying desperate to escape now, but it's too late. White doesn't even need this move. White can go down and on Atari connect and nothing happens. Because playing from the inside for black is just losing points, like it happened here. That's a move that white can ignore too. If black pushes here and then Atari, it's still not a knife, so doesn't threaten much. And in this case, white should capture like that, because anyway black can push at L4 and you need another move inside at M4. So when Atari here, it's still fine, because when black captures two stones, white will take one back. So playing L6, it's like playing inside your own territory. It loses 1 point. Going this way, it's not the biggest endgame right now. So Hane once, then Hane again. Anyway, it doesn't matter, because after losing the center group, also Hane here, it's an option. So when if white blocks, black can pull back and then white has to capture a stone. And like this, black keeps center. Or if black connects here, white needs to protect and then black has to capture at S3. So let's see how it finished. Black should push here in center to destroy one more point. Playing this one, okay, it's center. That's center too. This is big. It's not worth playing this kind of moves, because we'll end up in Gote, and in the end, white can lose more points than he destroys. So you better play Han and connect. Oops, like this. And then black also needs Han and connect, because if black plays away, for example like this, and some other move, white has Atari and connect under. So that's how white can remove that area. Now going down here, it's possible to connect under, but black has all these center moves, and then black has k1. And against k1, the only option to block is l1 and then protect again, like this, or solid. Because if white gets too ambitious with j1 cut, then cut comes and then go down and then just Atari. So in this case, even if white destroys some points at g1, e1, f1, he lost the points back at in this area around kj and l1, so it compensates pretty well. Yeah, black went down here, then black can also hane, but the Tesuji is to play k1. This way white blocks, and that's pretty much it. Now here black has to come back and protect. White blocked, it's fine, but then white can just go out and kill this corner. If black tries this move, white will capture more stones, and then it's difficult for white to leave even. So, and playing this b12 is no need. On the left side, white can hane, and when black blocks, white protects, and if black pushes, white can block, and now it's a snapback threat, so black has to come back here. So if black captures a stone, snapback will work on the left side. And on the left side, white doesn't have to worry about this peep, for example, because, okay, let's say white doesn't play the hane, so white is going down. If black pushes and white blocks and peep here, white can connect easily, because when Atari, white will take 2 stones, so nothing to worry about. Probably black played b12 thinking that black can push and cut and so on. Also, blocking here at a10, it's better than playing b12, because b12 is white's point. So when black plays something like this inside, white still has the ladder, let's say. But black has those 2 stones captured in the middle, so white doesn't have to worry. And this is a 1-point block, and this would be like 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, about 20 points damage. Much bigger. So this one, black came back to protect. This push is no need because it will be gote in the end. So at this stage, hane is good. Then continue all the way and connect to prevent the Atari. This one, black will block, and then white has to come back and fix. And then black can also play another point, another Atari in center. So pushing g2, it's actually 1 point in gote. Going down here, it's like 5 or 6 points. Well, the connection is no need. White is fine even if black cuts there. Playing hane here, it's also okay, because black doesn't make the 2 points anymore, and Atari here becomes center. But I understand white wants to keep the win. That's very good. So it's playing very safe endgame here. And now it's done. Well, black would actually resign the game after losing the large dragon in the middle. Oh, this is -1 point. And those moves are really no need. You don't have to prove your opponent that he's dead. I mean, the group is dead, so why would you play inside? Let's go back a few moves here. So this is -1 point. That's a neutral point. Now another -1 point. 2 points donation. Then black defends, but he doesn't need to because the group dies anyway. And then again, white doesn't have to play this Atari. This is again -1 point. I mean, if black passes, the group will be removed anyway. So instead of winning by 48 points, white could win by 50 points. But I guess that's less important. I hope you enjoyed this review, so smash that like button.